Well, men approach women they cannot afford because because they have the audacity of, what you call the ego of the man. They don't think in their mind they can afford you. Okay, in their mind, they don't care who you are, where you coming from. Oh, who do you think you are to not be affordable by them? Mentally, you might be beyond their reach, but because you're a woman, they will say, well, I can afford you. I can afford this woman. I may be the brokest. Well, if this is a word, I may be the brokest. If it's not a word, then I just invented it. I may be what? The brokest man alive. But yet, I can afford the richest woman or the most beautiful woman in Babylon. I can afford the most beautiful woman in Babylon, and I don't really care. I don't care who you are. I don't care where you're coming from. You know, I don't care who you are. I don't care where you're coming from. I'm going to afford you without any problem. Okay? Put your ego aside. I'm the man. I'm going to take over. Guess what? I can get you because maybe my DICK is bigger and it's going to please you because you're a woman. Since you don't mind being pleased by me, I can afford you. The simple fact that you are a woman and I don't mind. Just bring it to me and I will put you in service. Because guess what? I'm always in service. I'm always in service, and bring your services to me, Rose. I'm going to deliver. The delusion of man is so funny to a point where I don't understand. I do not understand, okay? I know it's funny, but that's the reality. Men always think that no woman is beyond their reach because of their ego and because they don't think women have standard as them. They have the audacity that doesn't exist on this planet. I wish most women have the audacity of men, but guess what? We don't. We don't. We go beyond, trying to look beautiful for a man who wouldn't look handsome for us, who wouldn't even save for us, who wouldn't work out for us, who wouldn't give a damn about how he looks, but he will come to you just the way that he was born and say, you know what, I want you. And what are you going to do about it? You can't do anything because even though I cannot afford you, I know I want you. I can take you to my bed. So what? And you'll be wondering, but how foolish is this guy? What do you mean? And that you want me? Well, why can't I want you, Rose? I can get you anytime. I don't care who you are. And back it up to me. That's what he's going to say. Back it up to me. Bring it here. Drop it like a heart, baby. Baby. The audacity of men just make me laugh and sound foolish because sometimes I cannot put my hands on it. Sometimes I don't even know how to word it. Sometimes I'm baffled because I see sometimes women do blame themselves and say, well, maybe it's because of the way I'm dressed. Maybe I didn't dress properly. Maybe the way I'm dressed is to attract the wrong man. Look, there isn't a proper way to dress to attract the wrong or the right man. As long as you are confident, you should attract any type of man that you want, a man of your wish. But you need to know, do not blame yourself because the man will approach you despite of how well dressed you are. You can dress beyond his league and he's going to approach you. Okay, he's going to approach you, and he wouldn't care because he's a man. I say the audacity is beyond baffling. It's beyond unbelievable, and I cannot believe it. I can never believe it because I don't understand. We don't speak the same language as men, and if only maybe 10% of women had the audacity of men, I'm telling you, the world would have been different by now. Because if you were to say, well, he is the richest man in Babylon, he is a billionaire, but I don't need to bring, we don't usually have to bring anything to the table, but just go out there looking foolish and expect to attract him. You would know the standard that men set when they have means. When they have means, the standards is higher because they have more options, right? But the same man expects you when he doesn't have mean for his standard to be lower because he doesn't mind lending you. And lending you shouldn't be a problem. Now, what are you going to say? Well, I am beyond his reach. Yeah, no woman on this planet, according to the man, can be beyond their reach because you were born a woman with the XS chromosome. The simple fact that you have the XS chromosome makes you not gullible, but achievable or attainable by them without any type of remorse, right? Without any type of remorse, your behind is going to be chased by a man that cannot afford you. What do you mean by afford? Women are not for sale, bros. Please make it make sense. What are you talking about? What I'm talking about is that in my mind, I don't think any man born of a woman should go to a woman that he cannot afford in terms of social standard, financially, emotionally. If a man is not emotionally there, I don't think he should be able to afford you. I just don't think so, because emotionally, because when I talk about afford, meaning I'm talking about being with you, his mental state have to be right for him to be with you, right? But then I'm not talking about monetary value whenever I talk about a man being able to afford or be with a woman. I'm talking about the emotional aspect, because the emotional aspect is always overlooked by women, because we are what? Materialistic by nature, and we should do so, because if you make the mistake of giving up upon yourself and rely on a man to emotionally take care of you, you're doomed. You're doomed, and you're foolish than me. I would say, if we were to come from a village called foolishness, you were born first. You were born before me, because my foolishness doesn't take me to that level. At least you have to vet your man. That's the least you should do. The audacity that men have shouldn't make you let your guard down. If you let your guard down, then you're going to pull up with anything that walk in your yard. You're going to welcome anything, any insect that walk in your yard. I'm not calling them an insect. I'm just calling them that if they manipulate you into giving up, into pulling your guard down, then you're going to be got by them. The same man is going to turn around and say, she was so easy to get, I cannot marry a woman like that. Because remember, when they come to marriage, apparently their standard is so high to a point where they will lend you. They want the best woman to marry, but they don't mind playing with the best woman and letting her go at the same time. And bad mouthing you, claiming that you were so easy to get to a point where they cannot be serious with you. Rose, she wasn't the type of girl. The way she gave her body to me, it tells me that she has been with multiple men. But you were part of that multiple men. If you were number 6, then that's multiple. 1, 2, 3 is multiple. Anything beyond 1 is multiple. It's considered multiple. Die by multiple, right? Now we're talking about Roman numerals. Die by multiple. Your ass added to the multiple men that she's been with. Now, what are you going to do? You can marry her, right? You're looking for a virgin. Did I say virgin? No. Let me rephrase. You are looking for a VG to marry, because apparently, you are too precious. Your DSCK is too precious to marry a woman that you played with. Oh my God. The double standard is unbelievable. It's unbelievable to a point where I'm nauseous right now as I'm speaking. My head is hurting. Yeah. He said, you've been with multiple men. He cannot marry you. Help me, God. Who am I going to marry now? I know. Look, I'm not joking, right? Look at me. Am I not serious? I'm serious. I'm saying that women shouldn't let their guard down just because of what standard the men try to apply to them. You are useful regardless of the standard that a man is trying to apply to you. Never let your guard down, okay? Do you understand? Don't give up on yourself. You see these people here? Read. They never give up, right? And I'm trying to say, be like these soldiers who never give up. Don't give up on yourself. Go ahead and fight for yourself.